Color TV. Color TV. Machiegni Pacho. Ma e odwa.
Omolo kanyo sa pare wange seche go mawedo weche manyien mago mag podho chieng' weche maket koda magi akelo ni mana iyo no mano machok nyinga Nelly Achieng' ndine. Jatend piny Kenya William Samoei Ruto di chieng' mano makawuono ne otimo limbe mare gwenge go mago manandi kama bende ne otiyo kod thuolo maket koda mano ka otwa kod oganda makono ne oyudo thuolo mano mar puoyo malich miwuoro duond bura mano mar UDA ne oloso kama.
Unachua chama ya UDA ni chama ya kitaifa. Nyinyi mnaelewa hiyo maneno? Si mnajua juzi tulishinda kiti huko Malaba ya mbunge pamoja na ya MCA. Si tulishinda kiti ya huko Banisa kule Northern Kenya. Kwanza hiyo ya Banisa tulipata 90%. Juzi tena tumeshinda kiti ingine Isiolo. Isiolo South, mbunge ya Isiolo South alichaguliwa mwezi moja ilipita. Pia huyo alipata 90% kwa UDA. Pia kule Mbere, si mlikuwa kuna watu walikuwa wanajaribu kutuletea kisirani huko Mbere. Si tuliwanyorosha asubuhi na mapema. Si tuko na mtu anaitwa wa Mudende sasa. Si ni mbunge wa UDA. Na tumechagua MCS wa UDA. UDA ni chama si chama. Ni ya kuendelea mbele, tuendelee mbele. Nyinyi mmejipanga hapo kwa UDA.
Jatend piny osingo mano mar neno ni weche go mago mag some obedo achiel kendo piny owacho mare ochopo kare mana kaka ne gisingo e kinde go mane gisero mbulu e pacho kae. Weche maket koda magi ne owacho seche go mane entiere gwenge go mago manandi seche mano lemo sikunda primary mano ma Kapsabet Boys to klemo Kapsabet Girls.
Avoid the pitfalls of the past, where our universities were almost insolvent because scholarships, capitation, loans for our students were not properly arranged. Therefore, I am very confident about what we are doing in education, as I have promised the country, going into the future, as we build education from the bottom up, from our primary schools to our secondary schools, to our colleges and universities, we will also enhance the resources that we'll be using for research and higher caliber of human capital so that we can take our country to the next level. So I want to assure the student fraternity, the education stakeholders, that Kenya is going to position education, as has always been, at the center of our development. Na ndio sababu hiyo nimesikia vile mumesema hapa. Wakati nilikuja hapa tulikuwa na facilities ambazo hazikuwa zimekamilika. Nimefurahi ya kwamba zimekamilika. Hapa nyuma nimeona dormitory ambayo inajengwa ya wasichana 1000. Mimi nataka niwahakikishia kwamba tutakuwa na, nitaambia waziri ahakikisha kwamba kuna pesa ya kutosha kukamilisha hiyo dormitory. Lakini mbali na hayo, mimi nakubaliana na mwalimu mkuu wa shule hii. Amesema hii shule inaweza kuwapa nafasi wasichana zaidi. We have 1,500 girls on 60 acres. We think we can improve the numbers so that the great tradition of Kapsabet girls, the excellent results of Kapsabet girls.
Inspekta Jener mar obila ma Pacho kae Douglas Kanja odiochieng' mano ma kawuono ne ochiwo twak mare, kama bende ne wacho ni migawo mano mar obila oserakore kendo thiro moko kuom kweth njore kaachiel kod mago ma bende osebedo ka rocho wechego mago mag arita kwe e gwenge mago mopogore opogore e Pacho kae. Owacho ni timbego mago mag njore bende sani giserakore godo, ka bende cases mago mag nek chal ka gima osedok piny e Pacho kae mangima.
Reported compared with 2024 at an 8.4% decline compared to the year 2023. Other remarkable achievements includes, but not limited to, a job group and salary harmonization, continuous capacity building, a highly successful recruitment exercise, several ongoing housing projects, and a batch of new motor vehicles replacing those that were old and unserviceable, as we await more this year, among others.
Doho mano mamalo ne ogolo chika mano mar chungo kuom kinde paro mar goyo fuai kanyo derepego mago ma bende dhi ataro kod chikego mago ma kata chikego mago ma bende tayo apaya e Pacho kae. Kane oloso e wach makama, doho ka okalo kuom jang'ad bura Mwamuye ne ochungo NTSA keto nyaka e chop bi winj kendo ng'ad bura maket koda mano. Burano ne ochwal e nyim doho kod riwruok mano mar shirika mtaani. Okinde mago mag riwruogno kanyo ma bende oting'o Danstan Omari kaachiel kod Shadrack Wamboi wacho ni okang' mano mar golo chik kata goyo fuai derepe mago ma bende dhi ataro kod chike matayo apaya kapok owinje korgi en gino ma bende dhi ataro kod chikego mago mathurka.
I'm Tiny Shadrack Wamboi as a litigation lawyer in that organization. So Sheria Mtaani, upon being instructed by members of society, petitioned the High Court sitting at Nairobi, and this morning the High Court was pleased to grant orders in the form of conservatory orders barring the NTSA from implementing the system, rolling it out, or in any manner imposing any fines whatsoever on any Kenyan with regards to the cameras and the systems that they had put up on highways. Reason being that this system was rolled out without consulting the law insofar as the rules that govern automated decision makers are concerned as under the Data Protection Act.
Press. Sheria Mtaani na Shadrack Wamboi is a non-governmental organization that promotes accountability, good public governance, and proper institutional governance. This is a non-governmental organization that purely has the interest of Kenyans at heart, and at this instance, the motorists at heart. Now, we lodged a three-pronged attack on the recently rolled out NTSA instant fine traffic systems, which saw the automation of instant fines. The first ambit, or the first umbrella in which we lodged this petition under, was Article 50 of the Constitution, which demands that every person has the right to a fair hearing and fair administrative action.
Under the laws of this republic, all prosecutorial processes are governed by the Criminal Procedure Code. The Criminal Procedure Code and the Constitution of Kenya mandates only the judiciary to impose fines. NTSA is an arm of the executive power of the state. The state cannot, through NTSA, impose fines. That is making the judiciary lose its mandate under the 2010 Constitution. Free. The mandate to prosecute anybody who has committed a traffic offense is a mandate of the Director of Public Prosecution under Article 157.
Duond bura mano mar Jubilee osingo ne jochung' mago ma bende ochung' kod otiko mano mar duond bura no ni yiero magi mago ma adundo gibiro bedo ka gitimo e yono mano ma oyanga kendo yono mano ma bende onge dewo wang' moramora. Duond bura no ka okalo kuom jakom margi oyango ni gibiro bedo ka gichiwo thuolo ne jochung' duto te mar mondo mi gilar otiko mar duond bura no kendo ne gikwedo wechego mago mag zoning. Ibiro paro ni yiero maket koda ma ibiro bedo ka ibago ka otenre kod tho mano mar jaod bura Johana Ngeno.
So I'd like to encourage our aspirants to prepare themselves for the elections of 2027. We shall do proper, transparent, and fair nominations, and we shall ensure that we support all our aspirants up to the ballot box. Because if there is a Kenyan constituency that we should actually sympathize with, is the Murwadikir. And people have not yet felt the damage, the loss of, it's so devastating to those people. And I believe they are like orphans, but you'll see all the vultures going there pretending they love them. Yet they are taking their land, they are doing all the damages. They didn't love him when he was alive, but I think also all the people who have been trying to finish him were the ones who are crying louder than the bereaved family. So we shall decide that at the appropriate time, but definitely as the alternative government, we shall definitely ensure that the Murwadikiri people get the right leader. Of course, we might not get the caliber of Ngeno, but we'll get somebody close to.
Kamisona mano ma ochung' ne duola ma ochung' ne kedo kod mibadhi e pacho kae EACC mano Laktar Cecilia Mutuku onyiso luoro mare ka otenore kod medruok mano mar wechego mago mag mibadhi e counties mago ma pacho kae. Ne okoni magi ne obiro ka otenore kod nonro mano ma bende ne gitimo e 2024. Nonro no yango ni migao mano mar thieth ma sani to mibadhi ogoye tach gi atamalo 45.1 iluwe kod migao mano mar wuoth ma bende ochung' e migao atamalo 9.1 kod mano mar pur ma ochung' e atamalo 7.9.
Even drugs without parting with anything. So the survey, especially the one by UNODC, will give you great insights. It's on the website on how Kenyans are experiencing quite a big problem in accessing health services in our nation. And we want to partner with the counties and different institutions to create awareness on preventive measures. Today, we have come to launch CPCs, which is a Corruption Prevention Committee. And as the governor has said, at the county level, the chair is the accounting officer, who is the governor, and the members are the CEC members. And we hope in this journey, this is the 8th county we are going to this season. We have been to 7 others. Last year we went to 6 others. And we hope one time to go to all the counties so that they establish strong preventive mechanisms among themselves. EACC cannot prevent corruption alone. We work together with our partners. We are at Homa Bay County to establish CECs. And after that, that is Corruption Prevention Committees. After that, we will train relevant members of staff in the counties so that they streamline prevention at the county level.
Issues on how to effectively prevent corruption by putting in place robust governance frameworks and prevention measures so that we can see to it that the public resources that we receive as a county are utilized to the best interest of the people. I'm happy to report that from the report that has been given that EACC had from 2017, the county government of Homa Bay has made a lot of progress in putting in place structures that ensure corruption prevention. We now have a fully fledged audit committee. We have ensured digitization of our revenue systems to prevent corruption. In terms of HR, we have completed and concluded and operationalized our HR manual and staff establishment, and also our disciplinary mechanisms here. We have discussed how we will partner even more strongly with the SEC and our local law enforcement agencies here.
Wadhi nyime kama bende wayudo kanyo ni duol mano ma ochung'ne kedo kod mibadhi Pacho ka EACC sani to koro ne obago kanyo romo kod apisaza maka NGCDF e gwenge mago Western kama bende gimanyo yono mano rakruok kod fuoke kata fuoge mago ma bende itiyo godo kod tiyo arietha gi omenda jo Kenya.
Embezzlement of public funds through payments for multiple projects. An example is where a CDF committee would make payment for a project that has already been undertaken by another agency and prepare paperwork purporting that it is a new project. Also, bursaries given to ghost students with the effect that the paperwork indicates that the students exist, yet it is a mechanism of using those funds for one's benefit. We have payments for services that are not rendered or goods that are not supplied at all. We also have ghost projects, inflated costs of projects, and diversion of funds to other purposes that are not intended. Among the matters under investigation by the Commission is a case in which a private contractor was in the last 2 years, irregularly awarded 49 tenders and they paid over 66 million Kenya shillings from various NGCDF committees and NGAV across 11 counties. Ladies and gentlemen, none of the CDF committees that are represented here today is immune to these challenges. Accordingly, this workshop is essential and timely because it seeks to equip you with the skills and the knowledge that you require in order to perform your duties in a manner that exhibits the responsibility and the accountability envisioned under the Constitution. This you should do even as EACC continues to investigate the reported cases.
Gikanye madikela giko marmi weche manyien mago mag podho chieng' paniko molo kanyo sachiel gi sadek ibiro tudori kod jafambo Joash Odhiambo Mitula obiro kelo ni weche gi kod kuku magi idhi nyime rango wang' jowi mano mar Kala TV oriti masani nyinga Nelly Achieng' Ndine.